Good morning. Good morning, one and none. One and all. All right. I need to get some more of this shit. I could cut back. If I don't get to, I mean, I understand it's sticking on the packaging sides. I'm trying not to crush it. I'm also having a really hard time getting access to it. Let's see. There it goes. It moved. I could cut back on the packaging again. I'd rather not if I can avoid it. But go at that place. There we go. Clearing off some space. Do the same thing here. It's not like we're not going to use enough of this stuff that it will shrink the packaging. The amount of space I need for packaging. Everybody's sleeping in so far today. I love it. So right now it's me and the ether sphere. All good. All motherfucking good. Oops, there it goes. This stuff is definitely stickier. All right, the wrapper should be free now. There it goes. Okay. Clearing out my area here. Got a little bit of bench here. We're going to roll some of this stuff. 1, 2. There's my epoxy. Hey, Nick, good morning. How are you? Put this back in here like so. Good morning. Get that blade cleaned. What's going on, Nick? How was your Saturday? What do we got so far? Hey, Peter. Good morning. How are you? Or I think it's still morning your way. I would assume. Yep, should be. It was good, very chill. Yeah, those are my favorite kind. Nice. I don't know what one each of these is, but one is it's a two-part epoxy. Frankly, I don't know, and I really don't care. It works. 11:20. Okay, so it is very late morning for you. Nice. All right, let's cap this. Let's get the fingers moistened. You're soaking in it. You guys probably don't know what the hell that's from. And let's kick it. Of course, as soon as I start this, so basically it's just a two-part epoxy. Just being rolled out. It did dawn on me that I did not carve any of the areas out yet, but that's all right. I don't think it's necessary. I have to take a look to see where we're going to even start. I don't think we're going to do much more beyond the body and like these areas here. I may actually start with that. We'll see. Look at that. Hello. What's up, Chris? Two-party pot. Yeah, good question. I'm using the Tamiya QuickType, which I do like quite a bit. I've used this. This is usually what I use for doing stuff like this. I have used Milliput. I've used probably epoxy. Have I used epoxy sculpt? No, never used epoxy sculpt. Tamiya QuickType is the one I usually use. I've had this stuff for years. I don't do it very often, but it's just like it feels like it's definitely starting to firm up a little bit. What I wish I had down here is a refrigerator or freezer to put this stuff in when you don't need it. This is an exothermic product. No epoxy sculpt. I have some. I do, and I've never used epoxy sculpt for welds. I've used the Tamiya QuickType primarily. I also have the standard type, which I've never tried before, and at some point I will certainly do. Just because I've got a tube of it or a package of it. It's the blue version of this, not the green. Let's take a hit of coffee, and then let's dive in. Hey, Joe. Good morning. That was stupid. Jesus. Okay. Leave this stuff aside. This water is probably not. I'll leave it here and pray. All right. Rolling out a noodle, as Martin Kovach likes to call it. I get to enjoy the live stream, especially when my older dog wakes. Yep. Nice. Stupid is what stupid does. Yep. Have to make this thing super fine. If I can. See how that looks. It's still too large. Guys, just so you know, it might be possible that I do not respond quickly because when working with this stuff, I want to make sure I focus on it, but there we go. Just trying to get it as thin as possible so we can start laying some of this stuff down. Okay. Let's put the glasses on. He has a nerve damage that is affecting his back leg, so he needs help. Oh, got it. One quick hit of coffee, and we're going to start laying down. So I'm having a hard time getting it to stick to anything but my knife. I'm going to have to break out the silicone brushes on this thing. Yeah, kind of losing it a little bit. It's starting to show. He used to weigh 16 pounds. Now he's 11. Oh, he's 16. Oh, he's an old doggy. better. All right, guys, give me some. Oh, here they are. Let's break all of them out. We'll use what we need. It's a great time for us to talk amongst ourselves while he forgets we're here. I'm sorry, who are you? Who are you? Let me just get this piece in place and then I'll converse with you guys again. Once it's laid down, I just need to just kind of sit there and tack a little bit. I'll use the silicone brush to push it into place. There it goes. Okay. We got one laid down. And I'm just going to let it sit there for a little bit, and then we're going to allow it to. Then we're going to what they call it, put in the beading. I have two dogs now. While they have gone back to sleep, I normally can't. Yeah, I can understand. What at some point, once you wake up, it's like, yeah, I'm awake. What platform does everyone share their work on? Preferred paint medium, acrylic, enamel, or lacquer, and why? George, I don't know if you looked in 5 $5 I've avoided my emails and texting and everything like that yesterday. Just a little bit with my daughter, and that's about it. But you send me something, Chris, I will definitely take a look at that. Thank you. I share anything with it's on Instagram. Yep. I was doing the switch to YouTube. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right, let's lay down this next one. No. There it goes. Yikes. It rolled. There we go. Wow. Pretty good so far. I almost got this entire one wrapped up. The only part that I'm going to have a hard time with here is going to be getting the top here. But that's doable too. There it goes. Yep. Alrighty, real quickly, guys. I mean, it's kind of it. I've got it wrapped up around there, and what I'll do is I'm going to let it dry a little bit. Then I'm going to hit it with the probably with like the blade here, just to give it that little beading kind of look. Let's see, mostly Instagram, but doing the getting back into modeling next, so not really sure anything yet. Peter, I use them all. Enamel for most things, acrylic for hand painting, and a lot of, but they can all be used for any purpose. Yep. About to shut all the social media crap back away. Too many idiots and too many commercials. Yeah, it's the commercials and just the that's why I pulled out of Instagram earlier this year. It's like, guys, it's not a fun platform. I'm getting hit with stuff I don't care to see, and the stuff I do want to see, I got to fight to get to. It's like not interesting. Makes sense. Thanks, Nick. I only use Instagram. It's rare that I post since I don't get much bench time. Yeah, Peter, sorry. Lacquer for most things. Yeah. I'm going to second Nick. It's like for me, base paints, lacquers, highlighting, any kind of hand brushing, water-based acrylics. Oh, lacquers and Tamiya paints, because I think I'm not sure if one considers Tamiya lacquers or not. They're acrylics and they're lacquer paints I use interchangeably. And then enamels as necessary. Enamels are great. You can also thin them and use them as washes. And if you really want something to stick, or you want to, whatever, it's like they're great for that. So yes, just seconding exactly what Nick said. I do use Blue Sky, but to be frank, I haven't been on Blue Sky in a while either for exactly the same thing. My politics tend to lean a lot more towards what Blue Sky does, but at the same time, I don't want to be there for the politics. I want to be there for posting my stuff. And now that I know that we can post things on YouTube, I'll just post here. I don't do Facebook. In fact, last night I think I got pinged by 2 messages in Facebook, and it's like I don't Messenger. I don't care. It's like, guys, if you need to reach out to me, there are way better ways. I'd rather you hit me up on Instagram. Don't ever send anything to me in Facebook, ever. I'm just going to test to see how tacky this thing still is. All right. I'm going to leave that there for a second, and let's get the other arm done. We're going to thin this thing out a little bit more. Oh, yeah, there you go. See, that's the problem right there. It starts to dry. Don't get me wrong. This stuff, even though this is the quick type, it does take time to get to it being fully dry. All right, other arm. Hey, Edwin. Good evening. How are you? All right, I'm going to lay this one down, guys, and then I'll be right back, and then I'll go through all. This is the hard part again. It's just getting this thing maneuvered. It sticks when it doesn't want, when you don't want it to, and it doesn't stick when you do. There we go. Okay. Try to get that excess water off of there. All right, guys, give me a second here. Let's blow through some of this. Let's see. We just need a Discord where we can share things without all the BS. It's a possibility. It's just like it's starting up another one of those things is the only reason why I haven't done it. And look, how do you keep it open and closed at the same time? Yeah, but Nick, you got a valid point. I wouldn't mind having something like that we can post internally. Maybe we'll do that. We have followers on Instagram who look like street hookers. When I check their profile, they have 0 posts. Yeah. Yep. Next went out and looking at the toy store and realized I really need to snap those backlogs. Yeah. All right. We got lucky yesterday and stepped back into the RC Hobby Shop, and that HG Dryson kit was still on the shelf. Happy days. Did you buy it? It being there is one thing. Buying it is another. All right. Let's get this one laid down. Oh, hello. Stick to my fingers. A little noodle. I have to do a little bit of jiggering here a little bit. Give me a second, guys. Up a little high here. But I'm assuming also that welding would not be perfect. Push some of that down. Let's curl some of that up. Pushing that one down. All right. We're going to let this tack for just another minute or two, and then we're going to hit up the, we're going to create the little markings in it. It would be like the Instagram group message, just need a gatekeeper. Yeah. Well, we can certainly talk about it, Nick. Maybe you and I can come up with something. How's that? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Nice, Chris. Buying, stacking it, building it is a different aspect of the hobby. Absolutely. I don't worry about the black log. If it interests me, I'm going to be all over it. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I need a mini. The weld greatly depends on who you have welded. Mine would be perfect. I need a mini lathe. So here we go. This is what we got down right now, guys. You can actually see them. And all it is, I just lay down the epoxy. And in a moment, we're going to hit it with just the blade just to give it those little bead markings. Martin Kovac, and in fact, what I'm going to probably end up doing is I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to grind down the tip of this thing to give it a bit of a rounded shape. can still use the blade for cutting. Yeah, there we go. It's actually looking pretty okay. Martin Kovac, I guess, made his out of I guess, a tin can, but whatever works. There we go. All right. Mini Liz, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure your beads would be perfect. Sorry. 2 thoughts at once. Nope, that's okay. One more, hiding the purchase from your spouse is top 3 most important things to do. And then I might sell off kits to roll the money over into something else. There's a game store where we were swapping kits, and I got kits and I wanted, and he got kits he wanted. I need to go. And I go back. Yep. Yeah. I think there's truth to that. That there's, I think there's a lot of vilification. Obviously, for a guy who's got a massive collection, it's a very easy thing to say. A sizable collection, maybe not massive. That if you're collecting is not a bad thing as long as you work on models. There is something like, for me, buying historical models, like when I saw that Dragonar weapons kit, it's like, oh God, I gotta have that, right? Or when I saw a couple of the Macross ships, was it earlier this year? It was either this year or last year at ValleyCon. It's like, of course I'm gonna grab those. Because a lot of that stuff, it just, I don't know. That to me is about the collecting part of the hobby, which I really, really do enjoy. All right, let's start this now. Shit, it lifted. Let's get that thing pushed down. Yeah, that's my fear, is that this stuff may not stick to the surface here. But let's pray. Lifting again. Damn it. I'll give it a little bit of a nudge into that corner. See if that kind of helps. Yeah, pulled up on that a little bit. I may have to go back in and just drop a little bit more material in there. Before I forget. Actually, the one thing I do want to do is push it down a little bit here. Kind of get it into that corner area. The blade is causing this stuff to stick a little bit. This would be a nice time to have. Sort of a silicone version of this. There we go. I like it because it's kind of sloppy. Because I just kind of think like this guy, this cat, literally, just basically started just putting this stuff down. It's not designed to be a clean build, right? That's where I found the RE100 Gushion rebake that Chris once said was a bitch to find. Really, lately. Yeah, Chris one, boy. Miss him. Let's see. Lately, I am printing a lot of proxy models to play Warhammer. I believe the technology of FDM printer is now catching up to make nice models to print, build, and play with. Yeah, I'm looking for, once FDM gets to that point where that resolution is so tight, I'm buying one of those printers. I don't want to deal with resin. I just don't. I really enjoy the mental uncoupling possible when focusing on the build. Yeah, there's some pluses to it. And it's also nice. Look, there are times when you just have to disconnect from here in order the live stream in order to do some of this stuff. But so far, so good. I'm gonna see if I can put this up here and see if you guys can see some of this. But so far, it's coming out pretty good. George, what's the most watches you've had on a stream? It just seems that you have more on Instagram. It depends. I've had as many as I think 17 at one point, maybe. Don't know. But generally it's anywhere between, in the mornings, between, like right now we're at 4. We'll see as many like between 5 and say 11 or so. Anyway, there we go. Try to get it as close as possible. All around. The only thing I want to make sure is it's stuck to the surface. That's the only thing I care about. I'm going to push some of this stuff in a little bit. Now going looking at it on the camera. Push some of this back in. In the end, this is a model. I needed to be, as John Bias said recently, I needed to look like it's the part I needed to resemble. I don't need to completely and utterly replicate it. Now I'm just pushing it down a little bit here, which I think also gives it a little bit more realism. Kind of, it's almost like sanding down those welds a little bit. I'll fix this one area right here. There we go. There we go. One done. And I'm very happy with how that came out. Again, I think when somebody looks at it, they're going to say, is that a bead weld? And the answer is yeah. It's kind of sloppy. That's okay. Cat did it. Cats don't have opposable thumbs. I'll send you some pics from my print. Oh yeah, definitely, Edwin. Please keep it coming. Austin printed, my buddy Austin, who's been on here a couple times. Where's that little figure? It was up here. He printed a little figure about this tall. Yeah, it was sitting up on this bench here, but it looks like I probably in cleanup I moved it. And he printed that using an FDM printer, and it looked really good. Looks like rookie cast welding. Perfect. That's what I'm going for. Looks perfect for Ma K. Exactly. Quality and then me over quantity. Whatever makes you happy. Right. 100%. Chrissy's watch count is down because people don't hit that like mine. Yeah, maybe that's true. Honestly, I got to tell you guys, I don't care. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to get, more followers. The people who are here in the mornings, and it varies on, who's going to be able to make it or not. I enjoy that time. And that's all that matters. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. All right, let's push this thing in a little bit. Let's get the fuzzy off of there. On that corner a little bit there. Giving it, as Nick said, that nice sort of sloppy look. Because that's exactly, and I think Nick's got it nailed down. That's kind of what I'm going for. You know, this cat basically built this thing to go have a conversation with the dog. Sort of like the backstory. I'm not building like this ultra refined, you know, fighting machine. Oh, the Imperial thumbs up. The Imperial. I'm printing all the combat patrol I want and gonna grab some friends to help me test play them. Yeah. No likes equals no algorithm help. Yeah. Well, I think the only issue for me with that, Nick, is the issue that you keep experiencing, which is it's like I don't see the stream popping up. Like I'm subscribed and I still don't see it coming up. If that's the reason for it, then that's an issue. Otherwise, you know, whoever follows me and is here, great. And if they don't, that's fine too. I'm not going to curse myself, but if this goes as smoothly as this is going right now, that I may actually start priming by Tuesday. That means I got to come up with base colors. Okay. So far, so good. There we go. Second one done. And I know we're looking at it obviously from an up close and personal area. You know, again, from back here, I'm looking at it and it's like, yeah, bead welds. Is it perfect? No. But it's good. Gives you the take that you need. The cat may not have built it, but he's definitely doing the repairs in the mock. Exactly. Yeah, I should get notifications for all your live posts, but nothing. And lately, it doesn't even show you're on unless I go to your page. Wild. Well, yeah. I was going for a bit of self-deprecating humor in regards to quality of viewership over quantity. I'm learning that the delayed reading is murder on situationally dependent humor. Oh yeah, dude, I'm the same way. It's like you can't type fast enough sometimes to kind of keep the multiple streams of thought that are going on here. Our last hobby meeting, one of the guys brought a nicely weathered 30-minute mission, armored assault Mac version 1, and everyone kept asking, is that a Mach K kit? That's kind of cool that they're asking that. I would hire you with that speed. Nice. All right, let's take a look to see if there's anything going on the legs. And I think the answer is no. To Nick's point, These bulbous things have been cast in. So I am not going to I'm not going to be doing anything with them. I'm not going to be laying any beads around them. Unless, of course, you can, I guess you can. I mean, I can do whatever I want. I can bead around cast parts. But I think what I'm going to have is there's going to be a tremendous amount of difficulty up at the top here, because that is so close to the area that this thing curves over, that I think it'll just not look appropriate. If these things were lower, if you take a look, there's a lot more space down below. Sorry, my finger's in the way. It's a lot more space down below than up at the top. So they could still be welded, yeah. It's just a matter of how am I going to be able to get around that top area. It's literally touching the top of that thing. I guess what I could do is I could weld right up along it. Yeah, what the hell? We got time. Let's clean it off. What the hell? And then be sorry about sometimes I'm just typing and not really keeping up because I forget. Yeah. In the end, just type away and conversations will happen. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to take this entire piece. Oh shit, it's sticking to my mat. Okay, that one right there broke off. Let's toss that one out. Let's see what we got here. This stuff is starting to dry, so we might have to lay down some more, even though I got a whole host of it right here. Scheisse. Fuck, did the hair get on there? Damn it. Oh well. Damn it. Guys, give me a second here. I'm just trying to get this thing off my finger now. Of course. It just takes a complete tumble onto my bench. Thank you. Stuff has so little weight on it. It does not take much. All I need to do is just get one good push into that area, get it to stick. It's actually it's starting to dry up too. It's getting to be the point where it's not sticking to the surface. It's so freaking light. There it goes. Let's see if I can make this one contiguous piece all around. We'll see. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm not really getting to it because I'm so old. Yeah. But if clearance isn't an issue, do we just wrap a weld around? Yep. When I get typing along and I hit a character, finish. Hey, Mike, good morning. A Sunday morning relaxation, first time in 4 weeks. I'm not on the road. Do you have work today? Do have to do work today, but only noon to 4. How's everyone? Mike, I'm doing well, my friend. How are you? Yeah, I feel the same way. It's nice to actually have, this is the first non-show weekend, and it feels good. Damn it. Lord almighty, and pass the butter. Just like a paintbrush. Lick, lick, lick. Just getting stuff kind of laid down. There's definitely some. I need to beef up some of this. Did not lay down nearly as well as I'd like. Give me a second, guys. Excuse me. Yeah, I got a section I got to fill in here. Too a little too inconsistent. Come on. Fucker. Great. I just lifted off the area that I originally had down. All I needed is a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. Now let's see if this will take. Okay. Definitely beefed it up, which is good. Try to push some more of this stuff down this way to get it to look a little bit more consistent. Yeah, I think we're good. Cut some of this stuff off because it's going too far up. There we go. Okay. All right, quick break. Then we're going to get some more of the stuff laid down. Whew. Thanks, everyone. Good morning to you. I think one of these dogs cut a fart. Nice. Back at it next week, leaving Saturday evening for Baycon on Sunday. Returning Monday will be my last trip till after the holidays. Work kicks into high gear mid-November. Oh, yes, it does. Doesn't it, Mike? I'm working on a display base set for my models that can be used to display cars on show table. Nice! Like a mirror platform underneath so we don't have to do any of this. Love it. Damn it. Yeah, it keeps lifting. Yes, my only fear with all of this is that this thing doesn't stick to the base. Yes, it's lifting. Fuck. Doesn't stick. And you start tearing it up. I can fix this quickly, but I had this happen before where if it doesn't stick now, there's always a potential it might flake off later, and then trying to fix that later sucks. Yeah, lifting again. Damn it. Okay. It might be that this putty is now getting to the point of being unusable. When it starts to dry too much, yeah, it's lifting again. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, fuck it. Gonna press it right in. Okay. Once more into the breech. And then I might see about figuring out how to, I don't know, maybe glue some of it in place. It's just fucking lifted and tore. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. You know what? Not working. Take it off, start it all over again. Yes and no. Ones I want. Yes, I'd see. We'll have mirrors when I just finish. This is basically a row design. No mirrors. Ah, got it. Okay. Of course, over here, it's nice and tacky. Love it. Not. Over here, it's lifting like nobody's business. So what I'm going to do then is I'm guessing I'm going to leave some of this here. All right, we're going to lay down a new noodle. Let's get this stuff over here, this thicker stuff. And we're going to probably trash the rest of that. I mean, when this stuff wants to stick, it wants to stick. It's usually the time you don't want it to, right? Anyway, all I'm using is a little piece of styrene to roll this stuff out. There it goes. Let's do this again. All right, we're almost there, at least getting this base stuff done. And then I'll put in the beading in a little bit. And now it's sticking really nicely. Smidge more. And now it's being totally cooperative, which is good. Sometimes, again, you just have to use some fresh stuff in order to get what you need. All right. Let's lay it down. I know, guys, this isn't necessarily the funnerest thing for you guys to watch, but I've now got it all laid down. Now I'm just going to beat it. Or what do you actually call that kind of? I think it's beating, right? Isn't it when when it's got sort of that you're literally laying down like lumps of this stuff? I wonder if anyone can tell me how a regular DVD disc of a movie can be $100 when the Blu-ray version of the same movie. Depends on the movie and what it might have for special features. Have you ever built a Matchbox kit? I attempted to. I actually pulled one out. It was a 1/72nd scale French plane, the Mystère 4, and it's a super beautiful plane. And I started looking at it, it's like, this thing's going to take too much. Yeah, I was looking to do a quick build. That was not the one. So, and that was the only time I've ever actually worked on one. And by work, I mean pulled it out of the box and said, yeah, not this time. It's the most interesting thing. It starts to grab onto the blade and pull. Okay, now let's push it down. Funnerist? New vocabulary? Yeah, absolutely. Matchbox and quick build cannot be used in the same sense. Exactly. Work equals give up on. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that thing, I pulled it out of the box. I'm like, no. I mean, it's still into my collection, and at some point, who knows? Maybe I'll work on it, maybe I won't. It's a beautiful looking model, but kind of like that idiotic era comet. It's how much energy do I want to put into this? And the answer is not right now. The era comet is definitely never going to get worked on. Obviously, since it's now in the possession of Tom. All right, we're going to do this one more time. Some of these things are just a little too weak for my taste. There we go. Quick little tap with this thing. We're done. There we go. Done. Okay. Had a Matchbox Chinook helicopter kit and thought about doing something with it. I think that's something. Throwing it in the trash. Yeah. Donate it. Maybe somebody else will do it. Do you want a monster? Do you want a Monstera when I drop off UHF? What's a Monstera? Hey, Ray, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Seb, good day. What's going on? How are you? Those early French jets are really lookers. I'm a big fan of the Dassault Mirage. Yeah, the Mirage is pretty beautiful, too. Previously discussing preferences for perfect grade Gundams, but Matchbox are too time consuming. Oh, the logic is impeccable. Previously discussing preferences for perfect grade Gundams, but Matchbox are too time consuming. I don't work on perfect grades. Yeah, I prefer, first of all, I prefer the smaller scales. Doing good. And you? No complaints. No complaints. So far, so good. I think I might be wrong about getting this thing ready for Tuesday, but we'll see. I'm going to throw this stuff out because I got plenty more. Let's move this stuff around. It's starting to get drier. Houseplant, I just mine have a bunch. If it's a small plant, I'm game. I don't have room for a lot of bigger plants, unfortunately. Speaking of, I got to work on my cacti today, too. The little buggers. Okay, let's roll. But first, let's rotate. Area cleaned off. I don't want the person I donated to cuss me out. I was given a 1/72 scale. The Avro bomber. Give me a second. I'm looking right at the side of the box. The Vulcan. It's the original Airfix, not the revised, the new tooling here. And it's like I looked at that. I'm like, boy, this is going to be a chore. I may not work on it. I'm not sure yet. I got the 1/144 scale from Great Wall, which I'll probably end up working on. There we go. But yes, a lot of the early jet designs, the British designs, the French designs, even some of the American designs were really, really cool. All right. I only want the person I donate to cuss me exactly. It will grow tall since they're the type of vine, but don't take a big footprint. You can hack the top of when it gets too big. Yeah. George, did you look up the article for the museum? I did not look it up yet. Though I also heard that there was sort of a follow-up robbery. What the hell was that about? I did not. I'm assuming, Seb, they have not been found. I'm also assuming it's not likely that they will be. From what it sounds like, it was a pretty professional heist. Too big. Too big. Damn it. Fuck. That's exactly what I didn't want it to happen. It came into contact with each other, with itself. That's bad when that happens. Give me a second, guys. There we go. My friends, just give me a moment here while I just kind of get some of this thing tacked down into place so I can actually begin the process. Got to get it into the groove. We're almost there. Hard as hell to hold this thing. Push it down in. Goes. Okay, let's cut this excess off. There we go. All right. So we got another one laid down. I'm going to push it in a little bit more. And then we're going to start the process of creating the beading. All right. All right, let's take a quick look here. Going to suggest a 1/144 GOH. Oh yeah, absolutely. I purchased that thing and I looked at the interior of the plane itself. The detail on that thing, insane. Yeah, that I'm looking forward to building that plane. Like a lot. I think I need to seriously look for spell check. Bombers. Smith. What episode of Venthur was this? Yeah, exactly. They arrested 2 persons who are currently in custody for questioning. Really? I got to tell you, in this modern age, how do you even think you can pull off? There's so many cameras in the world. How do you think you can pull off a robbery like that and not get found? Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? I wonder if my dogs are giving me an evil eye. It's breakfast time. It is that time. relation to the yeah. It's a simulation. They apparently found DNA. Wow, there's also that. Wow, that's incredible. Turn autocorrect off and let fate decide what you say. No, no. The machines must help. The machines must help. Fuck. It's lifting. Once more. Fuck it up, man. It is absolutely lifting right now. I may just end up using, let me see this. Maybe we'll change plans. Instead of using the blade, maybe we'll use the silicone brush itself. See if I can get the bead welds that I want. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. It's just not a pointy enough shape, but it gets me close enough. In fact, what I'll do is maybe I'll do a second pass with the blade afterward. Give me 1 second here, guys. Yeah, it doesn't look nearly as good as it does with the blade. But let's see if this has compressed it enough that I can now do this without lifting. And so far, the answer is yes. One. A little too bulky, but I don't care. Good enough. All right. Sorry, guys. Let's go banging through here now. Let's see. Robert. Yeah, it's relation. They apparently found DNA. Road robbery is wild. Those are sheer balls. Oh, absolutely. Just me, 2 fat thumbs, and this tiny keyboard. Yep. Especially with the method they use for the robbery. I haven't followed the details. Now I'm kind of curious. We're going to trash the rest of this stuff, and we're going to work on anything new is going to be based on this piece. And even this is starting to dry out. If you're on iOS, it may not be you. The keyboard has been busted a while. I mistyped words. Yep. What did they do? Smash and grab? It's a rather common approach in Asia, especially Korea. 20 people rush a jewelry store, smash and steal everything in 2 minutes, and then escape in 5 waiting cars. Really? Really? Wow. Makes me want to rewatch The Great Pretender. Fantastic multilingual English dub on that. What's The Great Pretender? They used a lift elevator, cut open a window to enter, and proceeded to cut open the displays. Steal the jewelry, then escape the same way they had. Wow. Wow. In this modern age, that kind of a break-in. Wow. This war method was popular during the 2020 lockdowns. They even lost ground during the escape. So where do you expect to fence that stuff that high? They escaped on two-wheel. I heard Epstein's Island is empty. It is a heist anime on Netflix. Great show. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think part of it is I'm not sure that they're looking to fence it. I think whoever buys it is going to put it into a private collection and just be a prick about, I have something that has been stolen or is priceless. It's a BS way of approaching things for sure. All right, let's see if I can reuse any of this stuff here. So this stuff is exothermic, which means that it starts to heat, it starts to cure. I'm gonna see if I can get how much time I got. About 25 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can get stuff wrapped around this part right here. This actually may take me a few days longer. I thought I was going to be able to get this done sooner, but nah. But that's okay. If I can get all the construction done by end of month, it's still a possibility that I can get this thing ready for the December 3rd meeting. Possible. There we go. Nice thin stuff. This isn't going to last very long. Let's hit it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Go away. Picking these things up sucks. Now, when you pick it up, now it doesn't want to let go. My friends, I apologize. Give me 1 second here. Really more than 1 second. Yes, I'm sorry. I know I've tuned everybody out. size of this thing is not conducive. It's also not fully sticking. So let's get this thing in place and let's just hammer on this thing to get that all in there. I think that might be the MO from here on out, is just a hammer. Take a quick break here. Let's see. Don't see any people who stole all this stuff. It's rude. Exactly. So need a fence to get it to the private collector. Anyone that rich is going to want to be a go. Yeah. Oh, of course. But it's going to happen. You wouldn't steal that stuff unless you had a way of being able to move it. I mean, that's how my brain at least works. Maybe I'm wrong. But then again, I'm not that criminal minded. Okay, let's break off stuff here. And let's lay down just a little bit more right at the top. Let's see how this goes. Anyway, just found out this morning June Lockhart passed away. If anybody doesn't know who June Lockhart was, I mean, Jesus, I grew up with her. She was the mom on the original Lost in Space TV series. From the 60s, which was like a staple for me. I've gone back and revisited it since, and it's like, yeah, I'm glad it was part of my youth. Don't want to necessarily revisit it again, but she was pretty impressive. She was pretty good. I loved her in that role. Granted, traditional 60s mom, which means, you know, the guys did all the work. Anyway. All right, let's blow through here a little bit. Use the Fun PGM like Ocean's 11. Nice. It's unique and unattainable, thus valuable. Yep, and if you can already be by everything attainable, you crave the unattainable because with enough money, no longer has any. Yeah, exactly. Boy, that's a conversation that I will have at a future date. I've had this conversation with a client we had once, which I'm so glad we're done with, because for him, it was the same thing. He could buy everything. And I mean, sometimes it felt like everything, including things that you shouldn't be buying. Museum director is greatly criticized because the change she made in the case protecting the jewelry. Wow. Baking soda and CA glue is an exothermic accelerant, but I've never seen the reaction myself. Oh, yeah. Baking soda and CA absolutely dries this stuff right out. Use it all the time. And that was actually, I think it was Ray who actually recommended it many, many years ago. Try one of the wax pencils they use for gem art. I bet for small bits. Yeah. Great Pretenders OP is 100% jazz. 100% jazz. Find it singing. Better than Tank, Robert. Ooh, Tank is amazing. The opening of Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that to me is like one of the greatest anime opening songs ever. Nothing to do, George. No, not June Lockhart. Yeah. It's the same. She was 100. Hard to believe. She got to 100. Same composer as Tank. Oh, really? Looking at the same composer, but it was Tank. Fives, yeah. So Jeff Bezos stole it. Got it. Yeah, exactly. Got to go eat. Be right back. Sounds good, Seth. All right, let's start pressing in. We are now at just about 15 minutes before I'm going to call it a day, call it a session. Yeah, the working time with this stuff. This is like the one of these days. The next time I do this, I'm going to try using the non-quick type and see what it does, like how quickly it dries. Like the working time with this stuff is good, but it's like you don't like this is all going to get wasted. Okay. Let's hit the top of it. Just beat down some of those welds a little bit, like they were sanded down afterward or machined down. There we go. All right. That one's now done. And we will see. I'll just toss this out. I'm just going to stretch new stuff completely. The thinner it gets, though, the worse it is, I think. So let's see. There we go. All this stuff together. Hey, if I can get the majority of this done today, or at least everything except for like the feet aren't getting anything. All I'm going to do is get the just have the main body left tomorrow. Actually, I'm in a good place. This is the harder stuff because this is the smaller detail shit. I'm wondering what started this daily routine of approximately 1 hour morning model work. What's the story behind it? How long has it been routine? Did it start with streaming or did it just come later? So the long history of it was I started doing live streaming probably around 2018, about 2018. I did it on Monday evenings. Ran into some let's just call it community issues. Stopped for about 6 months. COVID hit. And then on March of 2020, I just started doing a live stream just because I wanted to talk to people. I did it on Instagram for the first 5 years. And then this March, I changed it over to YouTube. That is the story. So it always became a way of having conversation. Like I said, if anybody was interested in like, oh, I want to learn techniques, well, maybe, but I think you're going to find better places to do that. But we've talked about that part before. Okay. Let's get this thing done. Ah, no, you bastard. Don't fall off. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm asking this thing to do, and I understand why it's difficult. So I'm going to come over this way instead. Instead of starting on the end, I'm going to start in the middle. There. And I'll just cut some of that ending stuff off in a little bit. Got a song by David Bowie running in my head. I've been listening to a lot of Bowie recently, a lot of the early stuff, just plowing through a lot of his oeuvre. So I've got Cracked Actor. What a great tune. Haven't heard that song since the 80s. And it's just like, it was just such a great thing to rehear. God, I miss David Bowie. Also amazing how much he transitioned even over a short time from when he first released a couple of albums through Hunky Dory, and then when Spiders from Mars came out. There's Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars. Just amazing how much what he started to do. The evolution is always great. I guess that's always been the strength of Bowie, right? His evolution. There we go. All right. Press it in one more time. And then after that, we are going to likely call it a session today. Go hang out with my wife upstairs. Last night we were watching the new season of The Diplomat, which I'm telling you, what a great show. Hey, Richie. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Warriors. It's just such a fun film. Not a great film, but a fun film. I talked about it before, but I'm new here. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I just wanted to give the people who, yeah, please understand, Peter. That was not a dig towards you not understanding. I get it. But that's the history of it. Too small willpower. That's right. But when you have a skill modeler with a resin printer, you can print practically anything. That is true. Showing technique takes a lot more time, equipment, and effort. I'll have people ask if I ever made videos of my technique, but recording and editing would take me. That's why I don't do that stuff as well. Exactly the same reason, Robert. It's like I will talk to you about it, but I'm not going to create a video because by the time I learn how to do all that stuff, that learning the specifics of a specific video editing suite, it's like, yeah, I'm not interested. As I show my techniques, 100%. I think that's where live streaming could be useful, Robert. It's simple and it's all, yeah, exactly. And you're going to learn. You're going to see stuff that are mistakes and that kind of thing. Yeah, Peter, this is how I've always done it. You know, and this is even when I was doing something hardcore like the Spartan. You know, that was to date still the most intense project I've worked on. And that journey was well, like I said, it was a journey. So far, I'm going to finish this and then before I curse myself. except for getting a little thick here. Probably just being a little too thick. Not sticking quite as much as I'd like. I'm going to move it over. So I'm going to pull the putty over this way a little bit and then just redo it. I'll cut off the excess. Thin it out. Sorry, guys, I apologize. It's not sticking there, but that's all right. It's going to get pressed in a little bit. There we go. That's actually one of my better welds. It actually came out really good. Let's see. He went from a mystical being to a drag king. It was certainly an interesting journey. Yeah, throughout his entire history. Absolutely fabulous journey. Used to be an English cop show. That's Life on Mars, and they played their song. Oh, I love that British show. Absolutely loved it. I've seen it a couple times, and it was absolutely fabulous. All right, I'm going to redo some of this top section quickly. How much time I got? I got 5 minutes. I'm just trying to thin out some of this stuff. And I'm causing damage because the epoxy is not sticking, which is fine. So I'm not going to compress it in there. There we go. Now we're going to hit it this way again. There we go. And that is done. And that actually did come out to be some of my best work yet. Really did come out good. Not perfect. Not meant to be. And that gets tossed. Let's see where we are now. You have more distractions with chat interaction. I've got ADHD. I need to lock in. Somewhere else here with ADHD. Cool. Oh, yeah. Name me people here who aren't ADHD. I mean, I think we all are to some degree. Undiagnosed for 40 years. Amen. I'm good. Slept late. Still tired. Yeah. Dude, did you have a good day, though, yesterday, Richie? What'd you work on? Actually, worse than undiagnosed. I was tested as a child and told I didn't have it. Then social life. Yeah. Social media and COVID lockdowns kill most of my coping mechanisms. We're getting a little thick here. Sounds like me at the mirror this morning. Nice. Speaking of British TV, watch Yes Minister. I have not watched Yes Minister yet. That or Yes Prime Minister. That is on the list of things to watch at some point. Watch the American bastardization? No, the original British version. I did not watch the American version. Still have not forgiven U.S. TV for what they tried to do to Red Dwarf. Yeah, they tried. I think they did a pilot. I don't think it went anywhere, though. I mean, you can't replicate Red Dwarf. That's all about the actors. That G-line I'm making into a Gundam added some detail to the art. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually almost done with the El Gaim. I kind of plowed through it last night. Once that's done, I'm working on the G-line. All right, my friends, time for me to put stuff away and call it a morning session. Go upstairs, hang out with my wife for a while, do a little bit of grocery shopping, all that good shit. Oops. So with that being said, Nick, have a good one, brother. Thank you. Hey, Nick, Thank you for twisting my arm on this one. Nick's like the little devil on my shoulder that says, "Do it, do it," and he's right. It's a great kit. Yeah, it seems to be. Everything I've seen about it so far looks fabulous, Richie. I'm looking forward to diving into it. The El Gaim is like a slog right now, but I'm almost done with it. Then it's going to go into the storage area. Isn't Red Dwarf great getting a new season? Possibly. What are they up like 12 or 13 seasons? Anytime. Just got here. What did I miss? I did bead welding and I'm taking off, Peter. I'll show you real quickly before I go. I think the time is now next year if you want to buy an FDM. Yeah, probably next year. Financially, I'm just not wanting to do it, and I don't really want to spend the time learning it. But it is on the short list. Take it easy, Edwin. Have a lovely evening, my friend. Thank you so much, Peter. What I did was basically just do bead welds. You can actually see them just going all around certain parts. I did it on the legs, mostly on the leg stuff today. Arms. Weld beads, excuse me. And then tomorrow, I'll be working on the hull and getting that done. 1, 2, 3 areas only, and then I think it's kind of done. I likely will not be doing anything on top here, but we'll see if anything changes. So with that, nice. It's good. I'm happy with this so far. 12 seasons and 1 movie. Wow, that's impressive. It's amazing how much legs that show has. It's that good, right? It is that good. All right, we're not going to save this bit of epoxy. In fact, what's interesting is I probably used a lot more than I normally would. Very happy with that. I mean, it's still a waste, which is unfortunate. I hate waste, especially. This stuff is like, it's not expensive. It's like $4 or $5 a pack, but I do need to get some more of it. Anyway, with that, my friends, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks everybody for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. Good conversations all around, as always. It's especially when things get a little tedious, sometimes it's nice to have that conversation with people just to bring in a little bit of grounding. And that was what matters. And at the same time, it's also good to have, this is what we do. We do this because it's all about bringing joy of the hobby and also just having fun with each other. Guys, go out there and take this outside. Go outside and bring the same level of positive energy to people out there. You too, Peter. Thank you. But guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world. Make it a better planet, not a shitty planet. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.